Yes, everyone. By the time you listen this video, you have already completed your CA final group 1 exam. And I know you have given your best in all the paper, whether it is FR, AFM and audit. And I hope you have done extremely well in all the paper. In this particular video, we'll discuss the answer key of multiple choice question of CA final financial reporting question paper. Only one suggestion: if you are still writing your group 2 exam, you can listen this particular video after your group 2 examination. Let us start a discussion, but before we start, it is quite possible that whatever question paper I am using may be different from the question paper whatever you got in your exam hall. And in every set of question paper, the options are also different. Means what is option A in my question paper may be option B in your question paper. Therefore, we'll discuss the answer key. We'll focus on answer key, which answer key is correct. Understood? Now let us start with the case study number 1. In case study number 1, directly we'll come to the multiple choice question. The first question was related to investment property, which is now reclassified to inventory. And they have asked you the value the inventory as on year end. So because that was WIP, work in progress, the valuation will be done at cost price or NRV, whichever lower. And the correct option is option number C as per my question paper, 3 crore 6 lakh. Now how this option, how this answer has been derived, for that what I have done, I have already done detailed solution in a separate PDF. You can download this PDF from my Telegram channel. The link of the Telegram channel is given in the description of this particular video. Correct? So detailed solution I am not going to discuss. I am just discussing the answer key. Of course, you can understand the solution from this particular PDF. Okay? Yes, sir. So point number 1, what is the option? 3 crore 6 lakh. Now point number 2, this question was related to Ind AS 113. Very good question. In this they have given one assertion and reasoning. So whatever assertion given, that is true. But whatever reasoning given, that is not correct. Why? Because level 2 input are quoted price, but that is always adjusted and they have written unadjusted. So the reasoning given is not correct. So option number C is correct, means 1 is true but 2 is false. Okay, sir. Then point number 3, this question is based on Ind AS 3 cash flow statement. Here also a lot of doubt came because of one of the information given the question. They have given tax paid and they have given net profit after tax, but they have not given tax expense. So of course, whenever tax expense is not given, always we assume tax paid and tax expense are same. Tax expense and tax expense related to current tax expense, because deferred tax information has been given, but they have not given any information about current tax. You can't assume current tax is 0. So we'll assume that current tax expense and the tax paid are same. That is only the general assumption, because they have given profit after tax. So first we need to make it profit before tax, assuming that tax paid and tax expense are same. You need to first add back and deduct also 21.80. That is only the assumption we take in all the question in our class also. Understood? The answer whatever we got after this calculation is how much? 131.6. Got this point? So as per my calculation, it is 131.6. Got this point? That assumption we will take because they have given profit after tax. So profit after tax will first we need to make it profit before tax, and profit before tax will be after adding tax expense. Got this point? They have given information on deferred tax, but they have not given information on current tax. So we need to assume that tax paid is equal to current tax expense. That is only the general assumption. Okay, sir. Then coming to point number 4, the value of closing inventory of raw material. From my point of view, the question is not correct. The information given in the question is not correct, and because of that, the student are confused. What they have given, the following closing stock of raw material. Now for raw material, we know that we want cost price and replacement cost, but in the given question they have given raw material, they have given what? NRV. They have given information of NRV. So normally from examination point of view, what I understood as per my experience, whenever they have given NRV from raw material, that NRV will be assumed to be the replacement cost of raw material. However, that is not correct. Means I am not saying we need to assume this, but can I say we need to take the information as what is given. So NRV is normally for what? Finished goods or WIP. So they have given wooden boards and iron rods are raw material. They have given NRV for that. So we have no other choice. We need to assume that NRV is nothing but replacement cost. Replacement cost. Actually, what is the concept as per Ind AS 2? If the finished goods which are produced from raw material are expected to be sold at profit, then we'll do valuation of raw material at cost. But if finished goods which are produced from the raw material are expected to sold at loss, then raw material will be valued at cost price or replacement cost, whichever is lower. Whichever is lower. Now in this case, with no proper information has been given. No proper information has been given. Are you able to understand that finished goods, whether they are expected to sold at profit or expected to sold at loss? So from my point of view, there can be two options for this. If you assume, because just try to understand in cash flow statement, because this question is for Omega Limited, means this is to Omega Limited. So ठीक है, but just try to understand what I want to say. If suppose you assume that inventory means finished goods are expected to sold at profit, then you can measure at cost price. But if the information you consider this as replacement cost, so you can also evaluate cost price or replacement cost which are lower. So I am also confused with the information given. So therefore I have given two options. You can see I have given two options. One, based on what? Cost price or NRV which is lower. Means I have assumed this is replacement cost. Second, on the assumption that it will measure cost price, the correct option will be 2,25,400. As a student, believe me, you will be confused. Even I am a student, I will be also confused in exam hall. We should take what? So it is quite possible some students have taken 2,25,400, some students have taken 2,22,700. From my point of view, both should be given marks because the information is not correct. Correct? Got this point? Yes, sir. We will not fight right now on this. We need to wait for the ICA solution for this particular point. But as per my suggestion, if you think, better option is cost price. Correct? Better option is cost price if you take my suggestion. Because normally we take cost price and we need to assume that goods will be sold at profit only. How can we assume by our own that finished goods will be sold at loss? Correct? The better assumption is cost price. But then also as per the information given in the question, why they have given NRV. So if they have given NRV, let us assume it as a replacement cost, and cost price or replacement cost which are lower, that also we can take. Chalo, we'll not fight right now on this particular point. Okay, sir. Then the next point, the next question is for very simple question. What was the classification land at quota as on 31st March 2024? It is similar question of investment property then reclassified to inventory. So they have asked on 31st March 2024, that is before reclassification. So before reclassification, it was investment property only. There is no doubt. I think this was a very simple lollipop question. Then coming to case study number 2. Case study number 2. First point number 6 was very simple, super easy. I don't understand why they ask this type of question at CA final level. You need to calculate goodwill or gain on bargain purchase. Direct question it was there. So gain on bargain purchase 7,50,000. Then they have asked, this question was good question and most of the students have done mistake, I think so, because there was some downstream transaction also given. Whenever downstream transaction is given, then proportionate share of unrealized profit will be also deducted to calculate the value of investment. Correct? So I think most of the students have done wrong there. The correct option is 1,55,20,000. Option number D is correct. Okay. Then question number 8, determine the amount of gain or loss to be recorded by Raja Limited on disposal of his stake in SAP Limited. In this also, there are two assumptions can be taken. Just try to understand. If you read the question carefully, they were initially holding, they were joint venture, initially they are holding, Raja Limited holding 50%. Out of 50%, 20% sold, means 30% retained. So 30% retained, that can become associate, and for associate will not discontinue equity method. Means if you assume this 30% retained is not an associate, then there will be other answer. If you assume 30% whatever retained is an associate, then there will be other answer. But as per the similar question we have in ICA study material, and they have assumed that whatever retained is not an associate, and from that point they have done the solution. So taking that question into consideration, your answer will be 50 lakh. But if you assume 30% retained is an associate, then your answer is 20 lakh. Correct? So you have two answers, 20 lakh and 50 lakh. as per ICS solution in ICS study matter, the answer is 50 lakh. So I am confused whether it should be 20 lakh or 50 lakh. So I have given both answer, 50 lakh on one assumption, 20 lakh on another assumption. Understood? Detailed solution already given in the PDF. But as per similar question given ICS study matter, from my point of view, 50 lakh is correct. Because same to same question has been given in ICS study matter here. Okay, and they have taken one assumption that whatever retained investment, even though they are holding more than 20%, that is not an associate. They have assumed that. Okay. Then coming to case study number 3. Case study number 3. Let us come to MCQs. This with respect to optionally convertible debenture, determine the finance cost. I will say it was simple. However, students are confused. Student may be confused with one point. 1st October 2024 was the date of issue, and interest is paid annually on 31st March. Means first interest will be paid after 6 months. So here, if they will do discounting, means they will go for detailed calculation, they might be confused. However, I will say if they will do simple calculation for 5-year discounting, then approximate answer will come. But first year expense, because what they have asked, if you read the question, the first year expense is for 31st March 2025, means first year expense will be only for 6 months. So correct option is 3,01,949. Means we will get some approximate answer. We need to do rounding off as per the option given. Correct? So if you have done for 12 months, quite possible you have done wrong. The first year interest expense is only for 6 months. Here you need to be careful. Then point number 10, determine the amount of preferential dividend to be reduced from the profit or loss for EPS calculation. This we have done in the class, that area of preference dividend will never be deducted because that is already deducted from previous year EPS calculation. So only we should deduct current year preference dividend which are in area. Current year preference dividend, to answer is 1.20, that is correct. Most of the students, I think they have done 3.6, but the correct answer is 1.20. Okay. Then this question number 11 was simple only. This was related to exchange gain or loss. So inventory is a non-monetary, inventory is foreign currency non-monetary item. For that will not calculate any exchange gain or loss. Only there was payable, which is a foreign currency monetary item. For that will calculate exchange gain or loss. The answer is 35 lakh exchange loss. Okay. Then share appreciation right. Very simple question was given. Correct option, I think in this no doubt should come. Option number C is correct. Yes, sir. Some of the students were saying me, if we don't have the correct option, but when I calculated, I found a correct answer. Okay. Means my answer was matching with option number C. Then coming to 13, as per my understanding, whatever I know, the correct answer is blockchain. Blockchain is correct. Okay. Coming to 14 was very easy. This is the favorite question of CA final examination. In every item they are asking this question. Now they are asking in MCQs. So correct option is option number A. I think most of you have done correct only. The last 15, it is quite possible if you have not revised Ind AS 101, so quite possible you have done wrong. But whenever there is a financial asset are measured at fair value on transition date. Any difference in carrying amount and fair value will be transferred retained earning. So option number B is correct. This was all MCQs. I hope you have done most of the answer correct. Just comment in the comment box which option you have not done correct, so that we can understand where you are doing mistakes. Okay, sir. Whatever answers I have given, quite possible your assumption may be different. For example, AS3, your assumption may be different. So we need to wait for ICI solution. Correct? So I have taken some assumption as per my understanding. Quite possible your assumption may be correct as per ICI understanding. So as per my assumption, I have given the solution. So we need to wait for the actual answer key given by the ICI. Till then, from my point of view, whatever answer keys I have given, that is correct. Okay, but your answer might be different as per your assumption. Got this point? All the best for your result of group 1, and if you are writing group 2 examination, all the best for your group 2 examination. All the best for your preparation. Love you all. Bye bye. One more point about descriptive question paper. I will discuss the paper after completion of group 2 exam. Okay, bye bye. All the best.